It's what sets me apart from other bigs, but I always go back to Kevin Love. You see him, he's a threat outside, but then if you switch on him, he's gonna just as good inside. So that's where I want to be. I don't want to be a liability where they can switch 1 through 5. I want it to be where if you switch on me, then and the guards on me, that I'm able to score. So that's probably the biggest thing I've worked on. I think I've really improved.
Have you grown another inch or so?
I hope so. That'd be a blessing. If I was a footer, that's a good label to have for sure. Yeah.
Did your brother give you any tips on how to handle this since he did it last year?
This whole SEC media day?
Yeah,
Not much. He said it's pretty crazy. He said, well, I mean, it's nothing like for me what it was for him. I'm sure when he was here last year, every reporter in here was around him. So, but he told me it was a really cool moment just to cherish it, especially if it's going to be my last one. Just enjoying the moment.
The NBA starts last night. Obviously, you made the decision to come back. What were your kind of feelings when you saw tip off? And now you're in college.
It was pretty cool, especially against that Warriors Thunder game I watched last night. I saw Hamidou Diallo playing. He was just in the SEC last year, and that's one of my friends. So seeing all the dudes I grew up playing with in the NBA now, it kind of made me not sad, but kind of like, dang, I could be there right now too. But I'm really thankful being here another year. Hopefully I can make some big strides in my game and be there next year.
What are you looking to improve on the most this season?
Really everything. I want to become more of an alpha dog, be more consistent is probably the biggest thing. Last year I'd have stretches where I go huge games and will us to victory, and other games I'm kind of just blending in, not doing much. So I think especially this year, because of who we lost last year, I'm going to have to take a bigger role in being more consistent. And whether that be scoring, rebounding, passing, I don't know, but just being more consistent leader for our team.
How long did it take you to adjust last season to kind of being more of a focal point after your brother got injured?
It was definitely weird at first, just not having him there, because my whole life I've just been like, when in trouble, give Mike the ball and everything will work out. So not having him there was definitely tough at first. But throughout the year, I kind of just, I think, grew up a little bit and kind of learned how to play without Mike. So that's why I think I'll be so successful this year, hopefully.
Now you tested the waters, went through some workouts and stuff. You mentioned Hamidou Diallo, seeing him play. Did you run into any of the other SEC guys around in those workouts?
In the workouts, yeah, Jontay actually. I had a workout with him. It was a Spurs workout, I think. He's made great strides. He's a great player himself, and that's kind of become one of my friends too. I'm not sure where he's at now, but I know he's a great player and he'll have a great career for sure.
What are those workouts like? What do they teach you to make you better as a college player?
Like the workouts of the teams?
Yeah, with the NBA.
Oh. Yeah, it's more of an evaluation, and it just kind of shows you. Dang, Kevin talking loud. I can't even hear myself think. But no, it teaches you a lot, just learning how to carry yourself as a professional. You see all these people evaluating you, and you realize that it's not just the skill part of basketball, it's how you carry yourself on and up the floor, whether it be how you treat the person that picks you up from the airport to how you treat the managers to everything. Everything counts. So I think that's the biggest thing I learned. Not so much the skill part. The workouts were great. You get to compete, you get to shoot, but really just how you treat people is the biggest thing.
How did you learn that they take into consideration how you treat the people that pick you up? Did someone tell you they do that, or how did you find that out?
I mean, I've had a few great mentors, I'd say, along the way. A lot of dudes that have played in the league that have kind of told me that's the number one thing. You can be a phenomenal talent, but if you're a knucklehead off the court, you aren't treating people well, how can they trust you to be a good teammate? So the likes of Jamal Crawford, Isaiah Thomas, Lorenzo Romar, the coach I was committed to, dudes all over the place have been telling me that, you have to be skilled, obviously, to make the NBA, but also just being a good person is a really good thing and something that they take into consideration when drafting you.
Finally, the Kentucky team, they were picked #1 in the preseason poll. They got a bunch of big guys up front, including Bree Travis. When you match up against them this year, what are you looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to the matchups because, last year there was tons of bigs in the SEC that were really good, but I think this year it's even better. So, a lot of dudes that are expected to go pros next year. A lot of dudes in Kentucky expected to go pro. So, getting to play them, it's always a fun game. Obviously, the fans always come out, so it'll be a pretty great experience, and I can't wait. Those are two great players, PJ and Reed. I know they were here, SEC Media Day. I don't know Reed personally, but I know he's a great player, so I can't wait for that matchup.